Highlights of the first semi-final between Pakistan and New Zealand. This morning, New Zealand won the toss and put themselves into bat, and we pick up the story as usual in the very first over. The first ball of the first semi-final, and Crow plays it defensively. So very quickly, the two sides, New Zealand, presumably in batting order, Martin Crowe, Wright, Jones, Greatbatch, Rutherford, Thompson, Smith, Bracewell, Snedden, Milmau and Morrison, 12th man Mark Priest. Down to third man. The first runs for New Zealand, there are 2 for no wicket. This is the first semi-final. The second one will be tomorrow between Australia and Sri Lanka. Does that come? Six runs in the over. And there's a collision between John Wright and the fielder. That's the little Mushtaq, and John Wright at the moment is spread out. I hope he hasn't suffered a serious injury. And the other fielder, the Pakistan fielder, which is Miadad, is it? He's also on the ground. One sincerely hopes that both these cricketers are okay. Let's watch it again. Now watch that quick run. John Wright setting off. There comes Javed Miadad, and Wright collides with his head first in the groin of Javed Miadad, and it was a pretty bad collision, and one sincerely hopes that everything is okay. Let's watch it again. See John Wright now, and in the picture will be Miadad. And that's the aftermath of it. And obviously Wright has got an injury just below the neck. He's going to be out, caught behind, he's gone. Martin Crowe trying to force that ball, which was a little wide, outside the off stump, got a snick, and a brilliant catch by Salim Yusuf. I was telling you, he's having a wonderful tournament. What a spectacular catch by him, and a very important wicket for Pakistan. Crowe, who was beginning to look good, caught behind, and it's 7 for 1, a big breakthrough for the Pakistanis, and Crowe comes back very dejected. And I'm sure the New Zealand captain at the other side, John Wright, couldn't have been very happy with that shot.
No, certainly not the shot of the opening batsman. He has been chasing the wide deliveries. He's been getting away with it, and it was just a matter of time. There you see Wasim Akram pushing it outside the off stump, near about wide. He had a slash at it, and I think it was a good anticipation on part of Salim Yusuf. Went on right. He covered quite a lot of ground before he fell down to the ground. I think it was a magnificent catch. Here you can see it from the other angle. Big snick and a fine catch.
A fine shot square of the wicket. It's going to be 4 runs to the point boundary. Over-pitched delivery, and a lovely shot by Andrew Jones, moving into the half volley and across. 11 for the loss of 1 wicket, New Zealand. Fielding there by Mushtaq, and it's going to be 4 runs. 3 fielders in the off cordon, extra cover in mid-off, and the third man in the deep. And now the fielder being dropped back to the deep cover position to plug the gap. square leg, Ijaz after it. It's a nice looking shot of his toes. There's an appeal for a run out, but he's home. Some misunderstanding between the two batsmen, but then they went for it.
It bowled him. He tried to turn that around to leg and was bowled off his pads. And that is another tremendous success for Pakistan. They've now removed New Zealand's two most experienced cricketers, their opening batsmen, John Wright, the captain, and Martin Crowe. And the score is 21 for 2 in the 6th over. And this has given Pakistan a tremendous boost coming so early in the game. Very disappointing for New Zealand, and it now really does mean that they're going to have to fight long and hard to rebuild this innings, and those wickets are going to restrict the momentum they might have built up early on.
It's gone off the pads. It's been, in fact, deflected off the pads onto the wicket. If John had missed it, as you can see from here, it would have gone down the leg side, but somehow it has come back onto the stump.
Well, a great responsibility now rests on the shoulders of Mark Greatbatch, who has just come in, and also Andrew Jones. Nice control stroke there by Jones, going out to Saeed Anwar at deep at cover. Oh, and he's dropped there by Saeed Anwar at mid-wicket. Having got to it, I think he really probably ought to have held on. He hit it low and very firmly there to the fielder's right-hand side. He is left-handed, so it was going to his wrong side, which was obviously a contributory factor. But he did so well to get there. Actually, he crossed it himself not hanging on.
Wasim is bowling at well below his full pace.
And that could be going down. No, it's fielded there by Wakar, just short of the third man boundary. And good throw. Greatbatch had to hurry. 3 to him, 25 for 2. Akib to Jones. And that's gone away for 4 runs. It was going very fast indeed, and Wasim Akram threw himself at it, got a hand to it, but couldn't stop it. And don't blame him for that. It was a difficult one. It was going like mad, and if you've got a groin injury or a suspect groin, that's the one thing you don't really want to have to do. So that's 4 runs to Jones. Runs there. Chase for Wasim Akram. And he has another tumble there. And they're going to come back on the 30. He's got a tremendous arm. Greatbatch is going to have to hurry. But he makes it. If that throw had come in over the stumps, it might have been a photograph situation, I should think. Anyway, 3 runs to Jones. He's 21. And at the end of that over, the 7th of the innings, it's 32 for 2. New Zealand won the toss and decided to bat in this first of the semi-finals. And they have lost Martin Crowe and John Wright, their opening pair. The last second wicket falling at 21 when they were 21 for 2. So at this stage, I think one has to say Pakistan have their noses firmly in front.
Gone. Just one example. What a lovely catch. That's the substitute, Mansoor Rana, fielding in place of Javed Mirdad, and you see general merriment and happiness around. Lovely catch, lovely bowling. What a great morning this is turning out to be for Pakistan.
Yes, Sasha. Wasim Akram, certainly a great bowler. Bowling from a shorter run-up, the ability to move the ball both ways, certainly having New Zealand in deep trouble.
Akib Javed, 6th over for him. Oops. Going to get 4 runs, but I'm sure he didn't intend the ball to go there. Wouldn't mind the runs, but certainly didn't intend the ball to go there. Here he is again. What a lovely ball, and he's out. What a lovely ball, because that ball swung in at that pace. tempted Rutherford to play the stroke, got the outside edge. I think that was as good a delivery as we've seen.
Certainly had no answer. Rutherford certainly had no answer to that one. Waqar Younis bowling the ball away from him most of the time. This occasion came slightly wider of the crease and bowled the one into him.
So it's turning out to be such a great tournament so far. Perhaps yards ahead as man of the tournament so far has been Waqar Younis. Rutherford getting nothing. There you see a view of it again. What a lovely ball. And into that flashing drive was Ken Rutherford. Nothing at all for 16 deliveries of labour. And at the end of the 15th over, in what is turning out to be a topsy-turvy morning for New Zealand. There you see it again. Great ball. Got a wicket. And New Zealand are 44 for 4.
Once again, Ijaz not fielding that cleanly. This is the second time he's been a little slow. Awkward bounce maybe, but 2 runs. Ball swung and could have got his pads. We'll have to wait for the umpire's signal. It's a leg by. 47 for the loss of 4 wickets. It's a view of the slips in the gully. It's a fine shot, well fielded, half fielded I'd say, by Mushtaq. Two more. Down to third man.
Waqar Younis to Thompson. Oh, well, he's got his away this time, and it's probably going away for 4. I think yes, indeed, it's being chased down now by Ijaz, but he's not going to get it. It went through him at square leg. He was a little bit, I think, surprised to find that one coming as hard as it did off the bat of Thompson. Anyway, Thompson's eventually off the mark. He now has 4. Oh, that was a beautiful in-swinger. And Thompson had no chance there. He came forward too soon. The ball then swung in late. He almost fell over, and back went his leg stump. That was an absolute beauty by Waqar Younis, and it was reminiscent of that ball which he bowled Kurupu the other day, except then it hit the off stump. And it came a long way, and Thompson, I'm afraid, as a batsman, looked very out of his depth there this morning, Mushtaq.
Yes, he was struggling to find his feet, really, and that delivery which got him out was absolutely lethal ball. It swung in at a speed which is quite considerably very, very quick. Here we see ball swinging into the batsman, made a big gap, wanted to play over the mid-wicket, missed it altogether and hit leg stump. What a magnificent sight to see. This young fast bowler has got wicket and is getting people out clean bowled. This shows that how accurate he is. And even having swing the ball both ways, he still hit the target, which is a great control of fast bowling.
Waqar Younis bowling to Jones. He's got rather a trusty outside edge today, Jones. He's had a couple of 4s off it to find third man at this end, the Agfa end. And has got several runs off at the far end. Which is what you might call sending a bit of an advance warning, isn't it?
Yes. This is what batsmen look when they're trying to read the bowler.
Couple of runs there, just break in for a moment, down to Salim Malik, taking the score to 64 for 5.
Up in the air, and he's got. Maybe I spoke just a little too soon over there, but
Mushtaq, I think, deceived Bracewell with that delivery. Bracewell trying to flick it, managed to get an outside edge, as one will see from the replay. And Aqib at mid-on had to move a little towards his left to take an easy catch.
Just 4 runs for Bracewell of 21 balls. His objective, of course, was to stay on and prevent wickets from falling, which it did for a pretty long while before finally giving it away. 65 for 6. Waqar given his 7th over. Two more to Ian Smith. And what you didn't see was Rambabu Gupta having to skip and fall and dive out of the way of that return coming in from Ejaz. 68 for 6. Oh, what a catch! What a catch!
He got it right this time. Perfectly pitched out swinger.
End of Ian Smith. Sunil told you, the perfectly pitched out swinger, getting the outside edge. And what a job Salim Yusuf is doing for Pakistan in this tournament.
Not to forget Waqar, of course. Waqar's been, literally running through sides. And you can see the ball from here. Very well pitched, though Smith did follow it a little bit. But then, having been bowled 2 in swingers, it wasn't the easiest thing to leave that ball alone.
Tiger Pachauri. One more to Snedden, 72 for 7. He's out, leg with 4. Went round the stumps, bowled the out swinger to the right-hander, came in to the left. And Snedden got it a little bit in nowhere.
Very successful. First time he went round the wicket. Ball swung in to the left-handed Snedden. So Imran's decision in giving Waqar another over, fully justified.
This time on the back foot, and Morrison is gone, and he's taken his 5th wicket for the 2nd time.
Plumb in front of the wickets, no doubt at all. Ball came in but didn't move in as much as it did on the earlier 2 occasions.
That's up in the air. He could be out caught, and he's gone. Imran adding the coup de grace at extra cover with that catch. 74 all out New Zealand. The target 75. So the run rate, if my mathematics is right, is 1.25. It was Waqar all the way, and let's watch him rip through the New Zealand innings and get them out for just 74 runs.
It's going to be Morrison who's going to start from the football stand end, and he's going to bowl to Saeed Anwar. We've got 2 slips in a gully, otherwise a 3rd man cover and a mid-off, a mid-on, a wide mid-on, a square leg and a fine leg. And here's Morrison to Saeed Anwar. That could have gone anywhere. He didn't expect it to get up to him. In point of fact, in the context of one-day cricket, it seems to me that bounced over shoulder height and could well have been on no ball.
That's right. It took him by surprise. He wasn't expecting the first ball a bouncer. Morrison really dug it in.
I think he got up more than any other ball in this competition, yes?
Well, it had to be. The ball is new, shiny, and very, very hard. So it obviously had extra bounce. And as you said, if he would have left it, umpire could have declared a wide.
Well, he had no idea where it was going, Saeed, and in fact it missed the square leg fielder, went down to fine leg, but it just could have gone anywhere. Salim Youssef turning the second ball down there to fine leg. Milmo to Salim Youssef. 4 runs. That was a lovely stroke, reminiscent of several he played the other day, and that was a really lovely shot. He played 1 or 2 like that against India when Pakistan met India, but that fairly whistled away just behind square for 4, beautifully timed. 8 for no wicket now after 2 overs, and Salim Youssef has 6, while Saeed Anwar, who'll be miffed that he's being outscored, has got 2. Another nice drive. He played it without much footwork, but hitting it wristily away, just past Rutherford's right hand. He chases it most of the way back to the boundary, and Salim Youssef collects 2 more. It's now 11 for no wicket, and Salim Youssef goes to 8. Fine stroke that was, steering it away to the right of the gully, and it goes away there into the fence for 4 runs. Milmo made an attempt, couldn't get down to it, and there he is picking himself up. So 15 now for no wicket. Salim Youssef is 12. Morrison to Salim. My goodness me, that was a marvellous stroke. 4 more. He pitched it in short, it's very slow. Salim moved inside the line, hit it away into the gap, and that's another most emphatic boundary. The score then at the end of the over, 19 for no wicket. Salim Youssef has 16, Saeed Anwar has 3. Oh, and that one is going to be out. It is indeed. Saeed Anwar trying to turn Milmo off his legs. Gives an easy catch there off the top edge to Thompson at square leg, and so Pakistan have lost 1 wicket. They are 19 for 1. So they won't, New Zealand now, suffer the ignominy of being beaten by 10 wickets, and they must be thankful for small mercies.
Yes, I think that was a good delivery from Milmo. Was pushing across the left-hander. The ball was outswinger to a left-hander, and it pitched around about middle and leg. There you see it again, and he wanted to turn it on the mid-wicket region. Got a leading edge, top edge, ballooned up, and Thompson made a very easy catch.
Well, that's the old uppercut over backward point, away for 4 runs into the square third-man boundary. Milmo can't get round for that. Deliberate stroke, very well played. He's got a marvellous eye, Salim Youssef. Morrison bowls. Salim Malik glances and gets a single down to fine leg.
So 29 for 1. This is Janardhan Milmo. And what superb form this man is in, Salim Youssef. Just knocked back in and they get 3. 32 for 1. Milmo to Salim Youssef. That's very, very high in the air. The bat fielder coming under that, and he takes it. That's John Wright. There's Martin Crowe. So a flamboyant, stroke-filled, and audacious innings comes to an end. Salim Youssef certainly looked at one point like he wanted to finish this match off before lunch. But he's gone now, and I don't think Imran's going to be very happy with the fact that Pakistan in the chase of a small total have lost 2 wickets. But a good innings all the same. He's given the innings momentum. There you see it, 25 from 19. A second wicket to Milmo. But he certainly puts the Pakistan innings on the right track. Milmo. And played on the rise. What a lovely shot by Salim Malik. No power behind it, just timing, and he just leaned into that shot. Wasn't to the pitch, but just allowed his bat to go through and got 2 more. This is Danny Morrison.
Again, what a contrast.
What a lovely shot. Tremendous sense of timing there. Just into the ropes now. 4 more to Pakistan. 44 for 2. This is Danny Morrison. Done away fine at 4 more. 4 more to Malik. 49 for 2.
Nice shot.
What a lovely shot again. Two more to Salim Malik. 52 for 2. Very long run for Janardhan Milmo. And Pakistan get 2 more. Malik gets 2 more. It's 55 for 2. Milmo now to Malik. That's the Indian film star, Sanjay Khan. Turned away once again by Malik. 1 more, 57 for 2. That's the end of the 10th over.
Square of the wicket and brilliantly fielded by Greg Batch at point. Oh, what a lovely stop. Driven square and firm. 58 for 2 at the end of the 17th over. Superb shot, magnificently fielded. It's going to be 4 runs through the covers. 63 for 2. Bracewell after it, he'll get 2. 67 for 2. And that's 4 runs to the point boundary. 72 now for the loss of 2 wickets. Just 4 runs away, or rather 3 runs away from victory. The crowd beginning to move away. Go home for their lunch today. That's Salman Fasil. Ardent supporters. There's Nihal Anwar there, and they are the supporters, the cricketers of the future. Little toddler there. Youngsters, he doesn't seem to be too happy at the proceedings. Maybe a New Zealand supporter. Fancy hat. That's it. 4 runs past the bowler. Victory by 8 wickets. A place in the final. where they await the winner of the match, the second semi-final between Australia and Sri Lanka tomorrow.